What's going on, everyone? Welcome back and very Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you all have an amazing Christmas over the next few days. I'm going to be going to my mum's today, where I'll be there for like 3-4 days, and we always have a good Christmas. There's only me and my mum and my stepdad, but my mum loves Christmas and I do too, so it's always like a really nice time going home. Your mum cooks home cooked food, which is always great. She's got a dog, which I can't wait to be around. She always decorates the house, massive Christmas trees. We always get each other loads of presents. Like, I'm at an age now where presents don't even matter, but we've always just bought each other loads of presents, so I think we just kind of still enjoy to do that. So I'm looking forward to Christmas Day. And then after that, it's just, sat about drinking port, watching Christmas films and listening to Bing Crosby and Christmas music. Oh, you've gotta love it. But I hope you all have an amazing time with your families or whatever you're doing. I spent Christmas on my own last year and I actually loved it. My parents went away, so it was the first Christmas I had alone. And at first it felt weird because I was like, Christmas on my own? I've never had that before. But I just sat in this room playing computer games with my friends the whole time, and it was probably one of my best Christmases I've ever had. So if you're going to be alone this Christmas, then don't worry. Get on computer games, watch your favourite movies, get a bottle of brandy in. I don't even drink brandy, so I don't even know if that's nice, but get it anyway. But anyway, besides Christmas, I just wanted to come on here and do a video because I haven't had an opportunity to post anything for a while. I have been away on tour for like a month. I got home 2 days ago. Literally I was away for a full month, maybe a little bit more. Those of you that follow me on here, a lot of you have come from my DJ fans following, so a lot of you will know that I'm a DJ, but I do have new followers and subscribers, so for you guys, I am a DJ. That's what I do as a career. I travel 3-4 days a week. I play like 14 times a month. So it's really difficult for me to actually make YouTube videos as much as I'd like. I love doing these videos. I love making content. I love editing. I love playing games and, recording all the footage and putting it onto my channel. But I just never really get enough time. So, yeah, that's where I've been for the past month. I've just been touring. So I just thought I'd let you know where I've been and what I'm planning to do, what I've got coming up, and I also really want to talk about 2 games that I've been loving at the moment, especially one of them, which is Baldurs Gate 3. But I will also be talking about Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, but whoa, Baldurs Gate 3 has blown my head off. So just onto my tour, I went away to Thailand about a month ago. I played in Thailand for a week. Well, I had a holiday there at my friend's resort, but played there at the same time. So I had a holiday in Thailand and played for a week. Then I went to Bali for 10 days, played in Bali twice. Then I went to LA and played downtown LA in this massive park. There was maybe like 5,000 people at this festival that we did. That was amazing. Then went straight from there to Colombia to Bogota, played there. The day after played in Costa Rica, and then the day after in Mexico City, and then the day after flew home, which then got me home on Tuesday night this week. So I've only been home a couple of days. I'm now going home to my mum's for Christmas today in a few hours, and I won't be getting home till the 27th of January. But then on the 29th, I go to Argentina, then Chile, then Colombia, then... where else do I go? Oh, then Lima in Peru, and then I end the tour in Brazil. It's going to be intense, but I can't wait. I love it over there. I always have a great time in South America, and playing over there is just the best crowd. So it's going to be good, but I'm going to be absolutely exhausted. I am supposed to be going to Australia after that till February, but I've now cancelled that to stay home to focus on music. So I will be back around the 9th of January, and from that point on, I will be home, and I'm going to be recording the new Resident Evil 4 remake on PlayStation VR 2 because it's just come out, and I've been really looking forward to that. I love my Resident Evil games, and as you've seen on my channel, that my last however many posts have all been Resident Evil 7 Biohazard gameplay walkthrough in VR. VR is like my favorite way to play games, really, and I just love horror games, and I love Resident Evil VR games. So I am going to be posting another 2 videos, which is basically the last 2 hours of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I never got time to post them because I went away. So that will probably come out from tomorrow onwards. I'll just post them if you guys are interested in still watch them. I just need to get the series finished on it because I've filmed it all and I don't want to leave it unfinished. So yeah, I will be doing that. And then I'll be doing Resident Evil 4 VR Remake PlayStation 2. What? You get what I mean. But two games that I really wanted to talk about on this video, just to give my thoughts on it at the moment until I actually finally complete both of them, then I will do a review. The two games are Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, and also Baldurs Gate 3. Wow. Baldurs Gate 3 has completely took me by surprise. I'm going to get into this in a second, but let's just start off with Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. But like I said, once I complete these games, I am going to hopefully get a review done for both of them. Baldurs Gate 3 would be hard to review because it's just so massive. But Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, I'm probably like 3/4 of the way through, and to be honest, it's actually been a really good experience. I've really enjoyed it. Avatar for me is one of my most favorite things ever. I love the movies. It's one of my favorite films. Probably the first one's better than the second one, but either way, I love them equally just as much in their own way. But I've seen the second one at the cinema 6 times. I went to the cinema and watched Avatar: The Way of Water, which is like, it's like 3.5 hours long. I watched that 6 times. Spent £200 on tickets to go see it. That's how much I love Avatar. So when I knew there was a game coming out with these level of graphics, it was first person, I was super excited. Like all the gameplay trailers and everything, like the announcement and everything just looked so good. So when this game came out, I got it straight away. And that's what I've been playing the whole time I've been away on this tour. Like in my moments where I can have time in my hotel or wherever I am, I've been playing Avatar. And I've been really enjoying it. The game is really well made in the sense that the world is just unbelievable. Like Pandora is so well made in this game. It's probably one of my most favorite open world settings. Like the world that they've created at Massive and Ubisoft is just amazing. Like the density of the forest, and there's so much foliage and plants and creatures and insects, and just every single thing that you look at looks like the best cinematic shot ever. It all looks amazing. And to be honest, I got the majority of my enjoyment from this game by walking around the world. I have captured loads of footage, and when I do a review, I will be posting up and sharing, obviously, on the video, all of my most favorite moments. I've been walking through the forest, the jungle, and the world, just slowly walking and recording it to try and capture, like, everything in the best way possible, because it's so breathtaking. Everywhere you look, so good. And they have all these different areas, and each area is completely different but still so stunning and beautiful, and it's just such an amazing world to explore and walk around. But besides the world, the game itself is really good. Like, I really enjoy the whole gameplay. It feels really fluid to move about, and the combat, everything feels really well made and fluid. I do have issues with the gameplay though, because after a while it does start to feel like every single open world game. Like I feel like having a first person open world game, you're kind of in this situation where it's always going to feel like Far Cry. And to me, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora didn't feel like Far Cry at all for the first part. But then eventually once the world opens up and you have more bases to take out and all that shit, it just started to feel like Far Cry. It feels like Far Cry quite a lot right now. But totally different as well, which is why I really enjoy it, because Far Cry I'm kind of sick of. And that's what I was worried about. And yes, it does feel a bit like that, but also it doesn't, because it's so different. There's so many different things to do. The world's different. Obviously the characters are blue giant cat people, so it's like completely feels different, but the combat and the gameplay now, it just feels like Far Cry quite a lot. Like a lot of the quests are a little bit flat and boring. Some of them are really good. Like this game really does manage to capture some amazing moments where it really does feel like you're in Avatar. There is one moment in particular, this is one of the best things about the game, but I feel like it's also a negative as well. There's a moment where in this game you manage to find your Ikran, which is your Banshee, the dragon thing that the Na'vi people fly on. That mission, Take Flight, is absolutely amazing. I was like, wow, this is so good. At that point, I was like, this game's a 9 out of 10. This game's a 9 out of 10. I fucking love it. But that was just so good that nothing else from that point has ever felt anywhere close to it. There's been a few different moments. There's a few different missions that come close to it in certain ways, and the music really grabs you and it's really beautiful. You find like a dire horse at one point. That's really good. There's a few missions where you've got to try and jump over all these different mountaintops, and it's really cool. There's some really interesting stuff, but nothing at all has reached that level yet of where that mission, of Take Flight, where you find your Banshee. That was just amazing, and everything else since then feels like it's just not anywhere close to it. And that's the negative, is that this game, I feel like, because it's Avatar, it should feel really cinematic the whole time, and it just doesn't. Some missions do, but I feel like they miss out on so many opportunities to make it way more immersive, and cinematic is the word. Like, I want it to be more epic and cinematic, even though the world is, the missions and the interactions with characters feel a little bit just sort of flat a lot of the time, and that's kind of one of the main things. But apart from that, and apart from finding fruit all the time, you have to find fruit all the time, which I actually enjoy to a certain point, but then if you want to do a side mission and quickly get a side mission done, a lot of them requires you need to find a certain fruit, but the fruit has to be found in a fucking certain time of day, and it has to be picked in a particular way, and if it's wet and it shouldn't be wet, then you won't get the right fucking fruit. And it's like, you just want to get your missions done, but you can't, because you have to always try and get the weather to be right, and it's just a bit of a blag always trying to find bits of fruit in the right condition. And there is a few things, but I'll save most of my thoughts on everything for the review. But I just wanted to tell you that I actually really do love the game. I'd love to know what you guys think. If you've been playing it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if you've actually been playing Avatar and what you think. Right, let's get to the main thing that I'm dying to talk about, because I am probably like, I don't even know how far of a percentage I am into the game, but Baldurs Gate 3 I've been playing for about 30 hours, and I haven't left Act 1 yet. And this game has totally took me by surprise. So, like, I was not interested in this game. It just didn't feel like it was my kind of game. I have played turn-based gaming. I played it in Final Fantasy VII, I think, when I was a kid. I've played it in South Park, the South Park games that were the turn-based, which I actually enjoyed that. But since then, I haven't really gone into any turn-based gaming, and it just doesn't appeal. It didn't appeal to me. I just really thought turn-based combat is not something I feel like I'm up for at all. And that was what put me off. But my best friend bought it and told me that he gave it like a 9 out of 10 straight away. I was like, is it really that good? And it got Game of the Year. And I was like, okay, it's got to be good. I'm going to have to give it a go. I've heard all these amazing things. So I've been playing it for about 30 hours so far. And I can easily say it's probably one of the best games I've played this year, at least. And it's standing out to me to probably be one of the games that will probably stay with me for a long time. Like, this really stands out to be one of the best games that I could have played. Like, it's so good in a totally different way that I wasn't expecting. The characters are just so well made, so well written. There's so much dialogue. The world looks gorgeous, and just everything about this game looks and feels good. It feels very polished. It feels very, very well made. You can tell that the developers spent so much time on this. It's been made with care. You can feel it everywhere. It's just like a really fully fledged, polished, amazing game so far. I haven't got anything bad to say about this game at all yet. The combat for me is actually amazing. Like, I'm really, really enjoying turn-based combat. Like, I genuinely thought that it would be boring. I just didn't think it would be good. But I'm totally wrong. It's so much fun. It's kind of becoming one of my favorite ways to play a game. I just love the whole strategic side of it. You've got to think about where you put your characters and really think about your powers that you've got, like how you're going to take down this enemy. And like, now I'm at a point where I'm in this place called the Underdark, and it's fucking solid. It's really difficult, and you have to really think about it and place your characters at certain positions, try and get higher up so you've got an advantage onto the different enemies. And like, you really have to think about stuff, and it actually gets really difficult. And I just like that. I really like the whole thought process, because you have to really think about it. You don't just go in and just keep smacking things and hope that you can, defeat them. You have to think and really strategically, tactically think about how you're going to take down these groups of enemies or this one enemy or whatever it is. And I really am enjoying it. It's just so good. there's like a million dialogue options where every single character, NPC you can speak to, and the majority of them all lead to different conversations and you can get different outcomes, but the actual choices that you've got to make are so difficult to make that I've never cared so much about my actual decisions in a game. Now I'm really like, it stresses me out. I don't know what to do, and I'm just like, oh no, because if I say that line, that's probably going to lead to that, and if I don't say that line, it's going to lead to that, and it really bothers me because I really want certain things for the outcome and the characters. And it's so interesting because you come across so many different possibilities of something happening that you're constantly like impressed by just how much there is to do. How many things are given to you to do is just unbelievable. I've never experienced a game that's given you so much stuff and content and just decisions and options and outcomes. It really is an amazing game. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm not even past Act 1 yet, and there's 3 acts. It's supposed to be about 150-hour game. I'm 30 hours in, and I just can't get enough of it. I've been staying up every night till about 5 in the morning since I've been home just playing it. I'm addicted to it. I really want to go on it now, but I can't because I've got to get a train. But yeah, wow, what an amazing game, and I just can't wait to play more. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about these 2 games because I've been really enjoying them. I've also been playing Lies of P, which is sick, but I've not done too much on that yet. Avatar came out, then Baldurs Gate 3. My life's been completely taken over by Baldurs Gate 3. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about them. I am going to do a review, like I said, hopefully at some point once I complete them. Baldurs Gate 3 review will probably come out in about 7 years. Maybe Avatar in January. But yeah, wow. 2 really, really good games, but Baldur's Gate 3 is just like leagues above majority of games that I've played in a long time. And it definitely, for me, right now, I can see how it won Game of the Year. Totally. Like, yeah, I love Spider-Man 2, but no way. Baldur's Gate 3 definitely deserves Game of the Year over like Spider-Man 2. Can't remember what else was on there, but yeah, I can see how it won that now. But let me know what you think. Have you guys been playing Baldur's Gate 3? Have you played Avatar? Have you played Resident Evil 4 Remake yet? Have you played it in VR? Because I'm going to be doing that. I can't wait to do that. But let me know down below. And yeah, I just want to say hi. Wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope you all have an amazing time. I will be back here on the channel from the 9th of January at some point after that. But be expecting 2 more hours, 2 episodes of my Resident Evil 7 VR series. I need to end it, so that'll be coming out over the next couple of days. So that's it. Hope you're all doing well. Send in love. Have a good time over the next few days, and yeah, I will see you soon.